Well, welcome. Let's go ahead and start this Facebook Live. I'm KCRA3 meteorologist Dirk Verdorn, and we're going to be talking about some changes that are coming about with our weather. And these are some kind of exciting changes. You know, the rain season, this is interesting. The rain season actually doesn't begin until we get into October. So we're actually at the end of this past season. And we get some measurable rain. That's going to be tacked on to the total that we've had from this past season. So we're talking about all that rain that we had last October. That this rain here in September will be added on to those totals. So we'll have to take a look at that after this happens. So when we wrap things up for this rain season, how much this could actually help us. So let's get to what's going on. I'm going to start off though with just a little update of what's been going on with our weather, with the fires. Here we go. So you can see here that we have satellite picture. This is from Saturday, and it starts at 11 o'clock and goes till about 4 or 5 o'clock. Let's see, it goes till 5 o'clock. So you can see early on, this is the smoke from the mosquito fire. And that smoke is basically coming from the whole midsection of Placer County. And then by about 4 o'clock, we get a flare up. So you can see lots of smoke, in the direction that it's flowing is flowing from the south to the north. And we have these clouds come through, and then we have a flare up. And that was a pretty good flare up. We had some pyrocumulus clouds develop associated with that flare up. So that was a really good hot spot to create those clouds that popped up. And it was easier for those clouds to be created because we have this moisture. And how I know that is because we have these clouds that are moving on through. So we have some added moisture there. And so the fire got a little bit more active today in one particular location. I think a lot of where this activity is happening is in areas that are, there's not a lot of population. There's not a lot of buildings or structures to be affected by it. It's just kind of out in fairly remote locations. And that's why it's hard to get to where the fire is burning. But on the western flank, I think they're doing pretty good. Because most of this is moving off to the east and to the northeast. But we do have some clouds. That's a good sign. That means we have some weather coming in. But let's take a look at the forecast for the smoke. And you can see as we move this along, smoke's going to be shifting more just directly to the north. So the wind's going to be blowing from the south to the north. And the forecast has it kind of tapering off a little bit as we get into Sunday, this afternoon here, Sunday afternoon, 12:30 p.m. And then it picks up as temperatures start to warm up a little bit. Again, Sunday is not going to be a hot day by any means, but you can see the direction that's going to be flowing is from the south to the north. And so the smoke impacts are still going to be impacting I-80 with cars or traffic going over I-80. You can see that in Nevada County, Sierra County, and into Plumas County. It's going to feel the greatest effect of that in the air quality, poor air quality, as that smoke is pushed to the north. So that's what's going on. And the weather system that's moving in is directly impacting the direction that smoke is being pushed, because the other day it was over Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe was socked in as we had that westerly flow pushing that smoke right into Tahoe Basin. So now it's shifting to more of a southerly flow, so it's pushing it more north and into those areas, of course, including Lassen County and Plumas County, getting some of the thickest smoke from that. But let's get to our big satellite picture. And this is the weather system right here. This is it. This is what's bringing the changes. Now, what's interesting is it's been moving along pretty good, but it's going to kind of slow itself down as it makes its way into California. Right now, it's got a pretty good amount of energy associated with it, and I like that. But what we really need is the moisture tap. And it looks like it is going to tap into some decent amounts of moisture. So we'll take a look at the amounts that we're expecting in a little bit. But first, let's just go ahead and take a look at this, the center of low pressure. I'm going to go ahead and right here, we got it right here. That's where we have the low pressure right there. That's my L. And you can see that we have that flow kind of coming in counterclockwise around the center of low pressure, and it's tapping into that moisture. So that's why we're getting the cloud cover, and it's going to continue to see that tap into the moisture, giving us an increasing chance for some rain, especially as we get into the more energetic parts of this area of low pressure, this little cyclone. And that's going to be right in here. That's where you're going to see the greatest amounts of energy associated with that. So that's what we're looking at there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the timing. Futurecast. So as we go through tonight and into Sunday morning, this is the leading band of rain. We could easily start seeing some showers before this, caught up with all this cloud cover, especially when you get the mountains that can interact with it and cause some showers. But really, the main band of rain that we're going to be watching is going to be coming in. This is well before sunrise, so between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Coastal areas from San Francisco all the way up past Lakeport. Lake County is going to be getting some of this rain pretty good at this time between 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It turns a little showery, but you can see we've got enough energy that we're going to keep seeing that rain come through. Here we are 9 a.m. Sunday morning, and we're seeing an increased chance for some scattered showers popping up in the valley as well as some foothill locations. Not a lot, but it's the beginning of this weather system as it moves through coastal areas coming down a bit heavier. You can see these little cells, these little small areas of rain that are very intense. There's where we could see some thunderstorm activity. Would not be surprised if we had some thunderstorms. You can just see the cellular nature of this weather system. Just all these little pockets of rain with some heavy downpours. That's telling me that there's going to be some instability associated with this. And so there's a good chance we could see some lightning strikes and thunderstorms popping up as this continues to make its way in. And you see just the scattered nature of this, all these showers across the valley, and then starting to pick up into the Sierra as we head into Sunday afternoon, 1:30 p.m. We'll see more showers. Looks like we'll see some breaks Sunday about 4 p.m. in the valley, while the coastal mountains and the Sierra will stay very active. You can see the showers popping up. And they continue. The center of low pressure is still off the coast of California. As I kind of back in time and then I push it forward again, you can see just all rotating around off the coast. And so this is just going to continue to sit there. And we're looking at the chance for showers. And you've got these two bands, the one over the coastal mountains, the one over the western slope of the Sierra, that are just going to squeeze out more and more moisture. And so that's where we're going to see the bulk of the rain as we go through from Sunday to Monday. Here's Monday morning, 4 a.m., still staying active. Look at this, all this rain. Radar is going to be going, hey, what's going on? It's getting a good workout here in September. And look at this batch of moisture right here. This is Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. from the central line here, just right down the center of the Central Valley, from north to south, along the west slope of the Sierra. It's going to be very active. So foothill locations, eastern side of the valley, looks like you're going to see some of the heavier rainfall as we start off Monday morning. So it could be a fairly wet Monday morning in those areas where valley spots. Yeah, we could see some. You can see Sacramento, Stockton, Yuba City, Marysville. You're also going to have some of that rain, but I really think the bulk of it's going to be as you make your way up past, Jackson, San Andreas, Placerville, Auburn. That's where we're going to see some of the heavier amounts of rainfall. That includes places like Sonora. They're going to be getting some of that heavier rainfall as we head through Monday morning. And this is where we're going to see some of the greatest accumulations of rainfall. It's going to be on Monday morning, where this looks like it's more widespread. It looks like it's going to be a steadier amount of rain. And so this will really put a dent in what's going on with the mosquito fire. So I think that this is really going to impact, again, any growth of the mosquito fire. And so we're going to see this really help out with that. The only other question is could this be a problem for areas that have already been burnt out from some of the fires that we've had so far this season? That's very possible. You get a nice steady rain, especially if it's going to be a heavier rainfall, and that could be a problem in those burn scar areas. And so that's going to be kind of a trade-off here. It's going to basically help to put out the mosquito fire, but also could be a problem with flash flooding. So that's going to be a concern, just something to watch. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but that's the potential in a situation like this. Just a few isolated scattered showers as you get more towards the west here over the coastal mountains and the west side of the Sacramento and San Joaquin valleys. Most of the activity on Monday looks like it's staying there in the west slope of the Sierra. Things pick up with a possibility of thunderstorms. You can see here near Lake County, Napa County, on into Colusa and Glenn counties. That looks active Monday afternoon with a chance for some thunderstorms. Look at that. Oh, we got some really good cells. Yeah, that's a signature here of some thunderstorm activity. So that means you can have some pretty good downpours in those areas as we head through Monday afternoon. And then let's get into Monday night and Tuesday morning. Here we go. Kind of tapering off, not a lot happening, but again, the center of low pressure is still off the coast of California. It hasn't moved much. It's moved south a little bit, but that's going to continue to throw clouds and a chance for showers as we get through Tuesday and into Wednesday. So it looks like we may have a bit of a break Tuesday morning and early afternoon, but I think as we get into Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, and into Wednesday morning, the chance for more rain is definitely going to be there. So that's the timing of the rain. How about rainfall amounts? Again, these are just some estimates that we have, and I'm going with these good numbers here. You can see as it kind of develops. We have, let's start from the east and move to the west. So you can see we have, again, anywhere from a half an inch to an inch possible on the eastern slope of the Sierra. I think personally it's going to be more closer to the half inch kind of range, or even a little bit lighter than that, just because I think this is the west slope is going to get really the greatest amount of rainfall from this weather system. And so I don't think there's going to be as much left over making its way onto the eastern slope. So we're going with an inch to 2 inches there on the western slope. And that's where I wouldn't be surprised if we had more than that on the western slope. So more possible on the western slope, less possible or likely on the eastern slope. We'll see again that range of a half an inch to an inch into the valley. And again, I think it's going to be more towards the half inch, especially on the western side of the valley, a little bit more possible on the eastern side of the valley. So that's going to be kind of the dividing line there. And then the coastal mountains, you can see 1 to 2 inches, but there's this area here where we saw with the computer model where they're expecting and forecasting thunderstorm activity. So from Napa County to the eastern portions of Lake County on into Colusa County, Glenn counties, that's where we could see some really heavy downpours, some good thunderstorms. If those pop up the way the computer model is predicting, we could see, upwards of 3 inches of rainfall in those areas. You get underneath one of those cells, and that's going to bring some pretty heavy rain in a short period of time. So that's what's going on with that picture and the amount of rain. But let's go ahead and take another look at the timing of this and how long it's going to last. So you can see through Sunday, we have that steady stream of moisture coming up from the south. That is going to last into Monday. Here we go. In through Tuesday. And again, we can start to see it really kind of break up. So I don't think Tuesday is not going to bring a lot of rain with it, but it will see some scattered showers, and most of that activity is going to be in the mountains. And then on into Wednesday, here we are 5 a.m. and still looking at some rain possible in the valley, most of it in through the Sierra. Another thing you're looking at here, you see that little area of pink? That's just from Lake Tahoe South, looks like it's over Alpine County and portions of Tuolumne County there. We could see a little bit of snow. Most of the snow, though, looks like it's going to be above 9,000 feet, but there is the chance for some snow. That's going to be in the upper elevations as the core, which is the coldest part of this weather system, moves through on Wednesday. It takes with it some rain as we go into the afternoon, still in the mountains. As it clears off into Oregon and Idaho, all the rain goes with it. So we start drying out. So Thursday looking clear. It looks gorgeous on Thursday. Friday looking clear. And then next Saturday, also looking fairly sunny. And by that time, high pressure is going to be building back in, and temperatures could be warming back into the upper 80s to lower 90s. So it's going to be heating up once again. So that's what's going on as far as the timing of this system, how much rain we're expecting. We'll also notice the winds will pick up a little bit as well. 7-day forecast, here it is. So I have rain showers on Sunday. Monday's where we're going to have probably the heavier rain, and the greatest amount of rain is on Monday, then some isolated scattered showers on Tuesday. Then Wednesday morning, I think we'll still see some lingering showers, mostly in the mountains, and then it clears out the latter half of Wednesday. And then by Thursday, we've got sunshine, looking pretty good. Temperatures back in the lower 80s. We're in the mid to upper 80s by Friday, and upper 80s to lower 90s by Saturday. So getting it back to close to average or a little bit above average by Saturday. But these days here, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they're really going to feel very, very fall-like. And so that's kind of exciting. We've got some fall weather that's going to be moving in for at least a little while. And it's going to be a nice break, especially from all the heat that we had when we started off the month of September. So it's been a nice cool down. We've still had the sun. We're finally getting clouds. Clouds are going to bring rain. Clouds are going to bring cooler temperatures. We're going to notice an increase in the wind. And so it's definitely going to have a fall feel to it. So hopefully This has been helpful, and it's kind of explaining what's been going on, why it's going to be going on, how long it's going to last, and generally how much we're going to expect. I think we'll get a little bit better idea of how much rain we can expect as we get into Sunday. Things start moving along a little bit closer here. So watch the forecasts, and we'll probably get a little bit more specific with the rainfall amounts. But right now I feel better with just kind of more generalities. So hopefully that was very helpful for you. Thank you for joining me here in this Facebook Live, and enjoy the changes in the weather and have a great few days ahead. I know I'm going to enjoy it. It's very nice. I'm looking forward to it. So have a